That's
That's
it.
fine. That's fine. All right, well, let's get it going. Oh, excuse me. Yo, what up? I'm Tahir Moore,
I'm Patrick Cloud.
and this is another episode of Damn Internet. You're scary. We got a very special guest in the house, ladies and gentlemen. She goes by Catt, Big Cat on Twitter.
Twigger.
And Instagram.
And Instagram. Catt, you looking hella prolific and Black Lives Matter-ish right
Super
now.
black.
It's the fro. It's the fro.
Meerkat. Oh, yeah. You look like a panther, a black
And
panther.
the shirt says Angry Black Hottie.
Oh, okay then. But
Black hottie.
you told me that guys all you were doing a pro before this whole new uprising started, and
Right. For like
you
years
told me
now.
you hate when
Almost 5 years.
guys come to you be like, "Hey, queen."
You don't like that?
I don't care for it because, okay, so it's one thing if you just say like, I love your hair, it's beautiful, you're beautiful, whatever. But like, you don't have to call me queen. Like every other word doesn't have to be queen or the Nubian and the goddess and all of that. Because, I love it. But then it's like when you meet me and all I play is like Webby and Trill Fam, you like, oh wait, hold up. This is not what I got into. I thought we was just gonna be, lighting incense and stuff. No.
You get in that car, she playing Lil Webby, and she rolling the blunt while she driving with her knee.
Like you'll be surprised.
Not what I thought at all. I thought we were
I'm not calling you king every other word. So, son, baby. But that's it.
Son, are you from New York?
Yeah. No, Slidell, Louisiana. So
Slidell, Louisiana.
You ever thought about having like a? The only reason I ask is because I thought about it, like starting like a pro black OnlyFans, because it's hot right now. So it's like,
no, that has never crossed my mind.
You know what I'm saying? If it was just like it was like themed, but then it ended up getting like sexy. I thought about it. I thought about doing some like.
I think you should. Everybody want a piece of Pat.
Some black soap themed porn, or some like protest porn. That'd be really dope. I'm just saying, like
protest porn. Wait a minute, they come to your house. They got the signs like, "Yeah, just come in for a second. I had to finish getting dressed."
The visual of that is just hilarious.
You'd be surprised how like topical Pornhub is. So like, if you can imagine like a sexy ass cop with a riot shield, riot shields are like clear. Maybe she just on the helmet, but not a lot on underneath.
I got it.
I was just like there with like a sign, and she like pushed me into like a closet, and I'm like, I will not.
The description. How would the description go?
And then it's just like a very pro black bang scene, but it's literally. Oh no, I got the description. The description is Patrick Cloud fucks the cops, and it's literally called "Fuck the Police," and it's literally just like banging out like years and years of oppression and brutality and inequality, and it's just like bop bop bop, and then by the end it's like,
Pat,
you do it, I'll pay for it.
Okay,
Pat, you got to be completely naked with a beret on and leather gloves.
Just, and an AR-15.
Yeah, just on your back though, just strapped across the chest, just like with the beret.
That's
just like
with a sign, a cardboard sign like this.
Fuck the police.
Fuck the police.
I think you should do it. I'll share it too. I'll share it everywhere.
Well, it's OnlyFans. You can't really share it.
I'm gonna screenshot it.
That's like one of the problems on OnlyFans. Actually.
But
you can't screenshot or anything?
You can do clips. You do clips leading up into
Twitter clips.
Like a little preview?
Okay.
Yeah, you do the preview, bro.
You know what's messed up? I never thought of this. Someone said I thought this out a lot. I never thought of this. I just think it's a good idea. That was a stream.
But you had it all together. So
stream. All right, my bad. I think that kind of got in the way of who you are and what you do. So, Catt.
No, it's perfect. I love that. I really love that. I love that so much. Like more than you know.
All right, well, take it from here, Catt. Who are you? What do you do?
My name is Catt, Big Cat, Kathy, whatever works for you. I've worked in HR for about 3 years now. I just talk crazy. I say a lot of crazy things, and people seem to like it for some reason. So that's me. That's my life.
You have any HR horror stories?
Oh, do I? HR horror stories. It's, you know what? I will say it's never the people that you're dealing with, but it's the people that you work with. It's always the people you work with. And then I work with a lot of older people. So I'm coming in my age, you know, doing what I do. And yeah, so you got a lot of older, mean people that like to tell on you about stuff, but that's about it.
A lot of passive aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, I feel like HRs deal with the most Karens ever, because if you think about it, there are low-key Karens and out there Karens. Like, out there Karens are the ones we're seeing on social media because they
Karens
both.
and chats.
But I feel like Karens, like in-house, like that don't really want to be a Karen, and they're just like, I really hate how she wears her hair, or so and so is like so and so, or blah 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 blah. Is that how it is?
Or it'll be like a backhanded compliment. Oh, you wore your hair out today. I did. I mean, should I not wear your hair out today?
You know what's the funniest thing? This is the funniest thing. Once I met Catt and she told me she works in HR, and ever since then I look at her tweets differently, because you think HR, you think politically correct, you think somebody.
Yeah, I get tired of that shit.
I literally logged onto Twitter today, and the first tweet I saw from her, she was calling somebody's mama a bald-headed hoe, and I was like, "That's Catt. That is quintessential."
Let me explain why. So when I woke up, I made a sandwich. I feel like I make really good sandwiches. I don't care what anybody says. So if you don't feel like I make good sandwiches, you can go debate with your bald-headed mama. Like, that's it. That's it.
Hey, speaking of sandwiches, I just want the Scary Squad to know that Salami is in now. Okay, I've been pushing this for a couple hours now. Just get you some regular salami and snack on that. It's new.
Wait, regular like lunch meat salami or like deli salami?
It's like deli.
Oh, but that's not the deli. The deli I'm talking about comes in like the round package. That's deli. That's lunch meat salami. What you got is like the deli salami. Like that's the cured salami.
Oh, it's cured.
All right.
Deliciousness.
Yep.
I recommend it. But
have you been eating that all day?
No, all podcasts.
Your breath on some other shit right now. I guarantee you.
It's so bad.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
really bad.
Salami is a different type of meat, man. It literally, its goal is to fuck up your friendships. That's what I feel like salami's goal is. Just fuck up because the way it's gonna make your breath aggressive.
I don't know. I didn't know that they can do so much with pork. Like, I don't know a lot about deli meats. I mean, there's like prosciutto, salami, pepperoni. Those are the only 3 examples that I have on deck. But all the other stuff that I can't pronounce, I just don't know anything about it.
That's a lot, man. It's not till you get to certain worlds that you realize that there's a lot going on with like those worlds. Like, I would have never thought it was like a whole world of like wine. When I was in my 20s, I had no idea wine was so big. And there are like people who literally, their whole job is to taste wine and pair it with food. They work in a restaurant as a sommelier just to tell you what wine you should have with the sea bass. That's a whole job, my nigga.
That's a great and bullshit job.
It is. It absolutely is.
Because when you
probably with like brown liquor. I need that job with brown liquor.
That's ghetto as fuck.
It is.
She over there with in a wine glass. This would go good with some Popeyes.
That's it. But it's perfect.
Average sommelier would be dope as hell to tell you what whiskey or what cognac pairs well with a steak or with fried chicken or baked chicken or whatever the fuck. Like that actually would be dope though.
But they drunk.
With Hennessy.
Well, you gotta sip it, Pat.
Everything pairs well when you tipsy though.
You gotta sip it though. You can't. Don't kill the bottle. Then try to find something to eat. This is something that you sip it with.
Yeah, but I mean, what are you doing by the 10th sip? They don't just do 2 sips and then clock out. They drunk. Everything pairs well together when you drunk.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
I've had some of the weirdest 2 things. I don't know why, but I'll be having like I'll eat some peanut butter. What was the last thing? I got so drunk one night I finished my leftover fried shrimp and then topped that off with some peanut butter.
Just eating shit. Just eating whatever's in there.
That was just 2 things that I wanted at the time. Now, mind you, I didn't have them separately. It's not like I was dipping the shrimp in peanut butter. They were 2 separate eats. But
that would have been disgusting. I would have had to look at you different.
Yeah, I wouldn't be a good sommelier.
Wait, so what do you like to drink?
Normally I would go tequila or Jameson, but I don't like drinking heavy. And since I'm always shooting stuff, I like to do a little sippy. So my thing is Cabernet Sauvignon from a red cup or water.
I'm scared to tell you what I like.
Go ahead. I know it's some bullshit. You just said.
How did you know? So I do Hennessy margaritas, and I do like an extra shot of tequila.
Wait,
but today I did peach crown in the margarita mix, and I think that's my new thing.
Whoa! You're mixing cognac
and tequila.
Tequila?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, the afro makes sense now.
She's too drunk to get her hair braided. That's what
you drink like Shaft.
I mean, look, that's why I don't need anybody calling me queen and Nubian goddess every 5 minutes.
God damn.
Yeah,
that's why.
She would much rather Lil Mama at this point. Hey, Lil Mama. Hey, Lil Mama.
You know, something.
Hey, yo, black shirt.
Right. That's it.
Black shirt. Who?
And I can turn around and act like I don't want to talk to you and then end up giving you my number.
All right. They want the recipe. Let's walk us through it.
Okay, so I get this cute little Starbucks cup right here that I got.
Oh, you're currently drinking a Hennessy margarita.
No. This is the Crown Peach margarita.
Okay.
Yeah. So usually I'll do Hennessy. I'll pour it until something says to stop with ice. And then I'll get like a margarita mix, any type of margarita mix. It doesn't have to be expensive, but it has to have at least like 12% alcohol. And then, you just do what you do.
So you're mixing this with the margarita mix that already has alcohol in it.
That already has tequila in it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And it's like a slow, nice and slow little sip.
You be fighting?
No, I don't. I can't. Security clearance. Can't do that. That's when we take it back. Like, no.
Listen. You can't give too much information because we keeping them away from what job you got. So you can't say
right. No, so we can't fight.
That's right. I thought you were in the phase where you could say whatever you want, though.
Yeah.
I was taking you up on it.
With restriction.
Right.
So you're basically mixing Henny or peach crown with margarita mix and then adding ice.
Yeah. And then sometimes if I'm feeling a little feisty, I'll add like an extra shot of tequila or something.
Nigga, somebody said the spirits of the Black Panthers tell her when to stop pouring.
That's exactly what it is. My ancestors. Until they just say stop, that's enough. Like, I'm going to keep going.
What if that's what this really meant? That's where it originated? It was like, all right, that's enough.
Stop.
Stop pouring.
The band leader? That's
doing too much.
Damn.
Please stop.
All right, you have a couple of husband applications coming your way, judging by the comments. A lot of rings, a lot of
got 2 or more kids.
IG, a lot of I'm taking notes, a lot of I'm falling in love. What is it about a girl that can drink? Remember, y'all seen that? It was like a video that blew up on Twitter. It was this girl who was like downing a Hennessy bottle.
Yes, the boy was in love.
You know what?
He was just like,
it's something that speaks to the independence from a male's perspective. Like a woman that can hold her liquor.
And I can't.
The guys like to go out and drink, right? And so we've all seen the videos of young ladies that are out and they're drunk and they're loud and they're trying to store stuff for every shit. I know any bitch in here, because dudes do it the same. But like a guy is attracted to a young lady that can hold her liquor because he's like, I can go out and drink with her. We can fuck around on some real shit. As it's the same way, like I'm attracted to women who can drive a stick shift. I think that shit is sexy. It's something about being able to shift the gears and like still hold that shit down. Cause like I know I can drive. Like I look at myself as a driver. Like I'm a real swerver and shit. I love old school cars, love stick shifts, love all type of vehicles. But somebody that can drive like that and like hold that shit together, like not let the clutch slip coming out of first and shit like that. Jump if they need to the next gear. Like I think that shit is dope as fuck. So I get it. You know, we all got our shit.
Tahir want to be with.
Don't think that I'm just out here drinking every day. Like it's not like one of those like I'm just out here.
Why not? It's quarantine.
No, I purposely did not do that during quarantine because I
Well,
did
Hennessy
not want to
margarita
become a
every day
habit.
might be much, but
Like purposely didn't do that, but it's a nice little. You going out, and then I can handle it and I can hold it. Like I'm not like that loud drunk girl. So
I don't think I like Hennessy anymore. I think I'm gonna leave that in my 20s.
Here's the thing, though, Pat. Remember when I was when y'all were at the old crib, and I made you the not the old fashioned, but the French Connection, the Hennessy.
That's with
Grand
Hennessy?
Marnier? Yeah, that's Hennessy and Grand Marnier. So it's basically a cognac and orange liqueur, bro. Because I don't drink Hennessy
that
straight.
sounds really good.
Hennessy straight will make your credit score go down.
Yeah, it's
I
nasty.
don't fuck with it straight. I always have to mix it with something. Like niggas be drinking Hennessy straight at the bottom. I'm like, nigga, your soul ain't right with Jesus. You ain't gonna never make it through the pearly gates drinking like that. I drink the pure Hennessy white with
that's good.
I like that.
Hennessy white is good.
Oh yeah, I drink the pure Hennessy white with the damn, what is it? The orange liqueur? The one I just said?
Hey, someone in the chat said they like girls who can hoop. Why do some niggas just want niggas with vaginas?
Right. Out of all the things you can like, she just got a ball.
But I mean, it's weird. I guess this isn't something that men talk about because of hyper masculinity, but why not? It's damn internet, you scary. Why is it that dudes sometimes don't prefer just like a super, super girly girl? Is it because we can't do some of that stuff with y'all? You know what I mean? Because like for me, it's like when a girl plays video games or like a girl likes some of the same like TV or movies that I like. That's I guess my equivalent, because that's just like it's like the homie plus. So I wonder why that is. I wonder why it is that like some the girls are saying that I play flag football. All right, so somebody in the chat said they want a homie lover friend. Is that y'all agree with that?
I think everybody does.
No.
You don't want a homie lover friend?
I mean, like, okay, so I want a friend, but like I like not us not always wanting to do the same thing, because I'll give in, like I'll compromise to do something that you want to do, and then and vice versa. I hope I get somebody that'll compromise to do stuff that I want to do, but I don't want us to just be like, oh, let's just sit in the house all day and do this and like no, I don't want to be.
I think that's what a homie lover friend is, like, because like you got friends from work that you will go grab drinks with, right? But your homies you would go bowling with, your homies you'll go to the movies with, the homies you'll go karting with, and the lover part, obviously, making love. So a homie lover friend is somebody that can hit all three of those lanes of your life. I feel like
all of them. I also like people that kind of put me onto new things too. So
you hate people who do that?
I like people that do that.
Okay.
So like, yeah, go-karts and like we can do all of that. I'm down to do any of it, but sometimes I don't want it to just be like what I want to do all the time. Like we don't have to completely. Yeah.
No, I don't think it should always be. I think it should definitely be a collaboration of ideas and efforts when it comes to dating. Like y'all should both be introducing. Like I've always told people, like if I'm fucking with you, like I gotta bring something to your life. I'm not just gonna leave you where I met you. If you fucking with somebody that ain't like elevated you mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, then why the fuck you wasting time? You just wasting time if you ain't elevating. Like y'all should always be growing on some level, I feel like, or some front.
Right. I think men get comfortable too sometimes though. It's like, because once you kind of get in that place with whoever, like you get comfortable, so you don't really feel like you have to do much anymore.
Women do too. In the beginning, all your bras and panties match in the beginning, and then about 3 months into that thing, you just coming out with just whatever the fuck you want to do. You got the old high school T-shirt with holes all in and shit. Like,
I would say that might be true for some people. For me, you get what you gonna like. Look, we don't have time for this little cupcake phase. You get what you gonna get.
First night,
you gotta decide if you like it or not.
Nah, first night she ain't matching. That's what she's saying. First night,
you're not matching first night.
Look, you get what you get.
Sexy in the bedroom, the Catt is a sports bra and some swimming trunks. She's like,
that's it.
You gonna turn it down?
That's it.
Swimming trunks.
No, a sports bra and a robe, because that's it.
Sports bra and a robe?
Just a robe.
Oh, yeah. You showing up to bed like Oprah Winfrey.
I have a robe, and I know my robe hates me because it's tired of me. Quarantine made that robe tired of me.
Is it a thick robe or is it like one of the little satin smooth robes?
No, it's like the thick. It's really soft, but it's thick. Like it's one of those. If you keep it on too long, you're getting hot, so you got to take it off.
Oh, it's a hotel robe type.
Like
thing.
yeah, it's real
Ain't
comfortable.
nothing sexy.
You
Ain't
know,
nothing sexy with that cat. Ain't
but
nothing that goddamn.
now what's under it is real sexy. So let's not get it twisted.
Man, a visual creature. So unless you're gonna come out with the robe open with your hands on your waist doing the bump, 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 bump.
Yeah.
Bump, bump, bump. Now, if you come out doing that, oh, niggas is all in. Let's go.
Yeah, if it's cool on the inside, you might as well work on the packaging. Might as well
Yeah.
add a little bells and whistles. You know what I'm saying?
You come out with that robe, your glasses are right here. You be like, turn on Murder, She Wrote. I want to see you in the night.
Well, okay.
That's
So
the Murder, She Wrote. Turn on Matt.
lately, it's been CSI. So
Which one? Which CSI?
New Orleans,
New
of
Orleans.
course.
Of course, it's New Orleans. You biased ass.
Wow.
I was watching
Alright.
Queen of the South though last night. I binge watched like the whole 4th season last night, and that
what?
one this season was in New Orleans too. So that was pretty cool to see.
You binge watch what? What'd you say, Kat?
Queen of the South.
Oh, yeah. I've been hearing about that. I'm hearing it's really good.
It's pretty good. I
That's
love
all
it. The accents were trash, but you know.
Okay.
That took quite a turn. Oh my God. I did not ask a very key question before we started this.
I did. I got them up.
Okay. All right. Well, good.
I'll screenshot you real quick.
I'm on Audio Boom right now.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Book it up then. All right.
Well, Kat, what's one of your favorite things to eat?
One of my favorite things to eat.
Mm-hmm. What would be a comfort food for you?
Is this leading to like a gumbo joke?
No.
Wow.
But I still want some of that gumbo though.
Same.
I actually have some in the other refrigerator.
Wait, you got 2 refrigerators?
Yeah, we have 2 refrigerators and 2 freezers.
Why?
What's in the South?
We cook a lot, and we have like a pretty large family, but we cook a lot. And when we do cook, you don't want like a big bowl of gumbo just in the main refrigerator in the house, so you put it in the one in the garage.
That is really some South shit to have the refrigerator in the garage. I've seen that at a couple people's houses, and all of them were from the South.
I see.
Yeah.
Where you from?
Originally Gulfport, Mississippi, but I've lived in like Slidell for the longest.
Slidell,
Louisiana.
Okay.
So we have that, and then we have the deep freezer. The deep freezer is because I got a cousin that raises cows. So when the cow is, mature, we get it slaughtered. So then that way you're not just paying all these ridiculous prices on inflation of meat, throughout the season of the months or whatever. So
slaughter is a crazy word.
Well, I will tell you, one of my favorite things to eat is cereal. I love it. I live by it. But as you get older, you can't just keep eating all of that cereal because there's a lot of sugar involved in it. So in comes Magic Spoon with an amazing product. Voila, Magic Spoon. You're getting a variety pack. These are 4 different cereals. You got the cocoa, the frosted, you got the fruity, and the blueberry. Now, I'm going to tell you what, guys. As I said, you get older, you can't eat all this sugary stuff. Magic Spoon is dope because it's 0 grams of sugar, 0 grams of sugar, 12 grams of protein, and only 3 net grams of carb in each serving. This is the perfect cereal for adults. You see that circle, you automatically takes you back to being a child and watching cartoons Saturday morning or in the evening. And cereal is one of those things, like, there's not a bad time to eat cereal. Like,
Right.
Like, it's always like, if you just had dinner and you just want a little snack, you don't want something too heavy, bowl of cereal. You wake up in the middle of the night, you just want a little something, bowl of cereal. Wake up in the
Breakfast,
morning,
lunch, and
bowl
dinner.
of cereal. Yeah, it's a perfect time to always have a bowl of cereal. And for people out there who are doing diets, this is keto friendly, it's gluten free, grain free, soy free, low carb, and GMO free. You can't beat this with a stick at all, man. I'm telling you.
It's such a good idea too. Like the fact that we grew up on a certain type of cereal and then just stopped eating it just because it had marshmallows or it was too fun or too kiddie or cartoony. They basically made a cereal for adults that has that same nostalgic flavor and none of the like the guilt of like being unhealthy or being too sugary or whatever. So I mean, we've been big fans since we started working with them. I will never not bring this story up. Tahir hit me up in the bowels of the night. I think it might have been like 1 a.m. to see if I had finished all of my magic spoon. So clearly he was in some type of cereal rampage. And I was like, yeah, I don't have any, but whatever you're going through, order some more magic spoon right now, because do not, you can't be doing this.
They send us one shipment, right? They send us one shipment for the promo, right? I got my shipment months ago. I just read up. This came to my house a couple of days ago. I bought it myself because I rock with it. I told you what I like to do is I like to mix the flavors. So I put the frosted with the cocoa, boom, you know what I'm saying? And then I put the fruity with the blueberry. I mix mine like that. So I'm really with the shits, okay? I'm with the shits. And I think y'all need to get with it too, because you guys are listening right now. All you need to do is go to magicspoon.com/DIYS. And we're going to make sure that you use the promo code DIYS, and you're going to get free shipping on your cereal. So again, that's Magic Spoon, MAGIC spoon.com /DIYS, and make sure you use the promo code DIYS, and you're going to get free shipping on the variety pack. You get 4 boxes of cereal in this variety pack. Look at this. Come on, man. Tell me you don't see this. You instantly want to try to find these words. Anytime I see a seek and find, I'm there. This is what cereal boxes were made for. You eating the cereal at the table, you turn that box around, you just go to work, bro. Go to work, bro.
Cereal boxes now are boring. They got all of that out of there. It's just facts.
Not me. Look at this. You got the maize on this one. You know what I'm saying? That's like Temple Run right there, baby.
Big shout out to Magic Spoon, man. Dope name too. Super dope name. Hang on. Do you guys mind if I share my screen for this next one?
Please, Pat. Come on, do it.
We're talking about Kathy's awesome, unique hair. So I just want to go into my first story. You got to undisable the screen sharing though.
I got you. Let me do that right now.
Not getting any traction. So before I pull this up, I got a question. When the city opens back up, are y'all going out?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm going to encourage everybody that's not my friend or family to go out, so I can use y'all as a test group.
Yeah. Well, we opened up already, so.
And you going out again? You resuming life?
Oh, Catt,
so my birthday is the 26th. I'm going to the strip club on the 26th of this month.
Okay. All right. We are really meeting you.
Yeah.
All right. Well, just for some context, 2 Missouri hairstylists were sick with the coronavirus, and they were like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this work anyways. My city's open. Why not? Exposed 140 clients to the virus. Now, this was also May 24th, so hopefully they stopped, but it could have been more since then. So this was in Springfield Green. The health department in Missouri confirmed that a hairstylist at Great Clips Salon, horrible PR, exposed 84 and 7 coworkers as they continued to do hair while sick with the virus. Just one day later, they announced that a second hairstylist also tested positive coronavirus and may have exposed 56 more clients at the same salon. Now, they could not or would not confirm when the stylist initially tested positive, but they did confirm that they both had symptoms while at work. So I know that the attention has been very much split on social media. There's a lot of attention in different areas. We damn near forgot about the pandemic in certain areas because of stuff is so crazy. But I do advise everybody to keep their masks on, to try to isolate as much as possible. Just because the city is opening it up doesn't mean it's safe. It means that. So, yeah, I would just say that, the day that your city opens, I know you've been bored or whatever the reason is, but it's not worth your life. Don't go to the club and risk COVID just because you wanna dance with a tushy on your penis for a couple songs.
Tushy on your penis.
Is that fair to say though? Is that fair to say in this climate? I feel like this story shows that a lot. That it's just like people. The city's opening. It don't mean that people ain't sick no more. right?
I agree with Tony Baker said on I think it was an episode of a Squadcast. He was like, people who go out with the symptoms and don't tell anybody or don't like try to protect themselves or the people around them are the same people that would get bit in a zombie apocalypse and not tell the rest of the community.
Absolutely.
You are a trash individual. You understand me? Trash.
Absolutely.
Same
No,
person.
it's definitely like I see people when I go out, because going out is weird now, because it's like you go to the grocery store or something and everybody got masks. It just feels like the apocalypse. But
I get hella anxiety.
In my car.
Going to the store, I get hella anxiety, bro. When it's too crowded, I don't like it. So like I try to go to Target or the supermarket super early. I'm talking about like when they first open. If they open at 8, I'm on the parking lot at 7:45. I want to be the first person in that first 10 people in line so I can get in and get out.
the best part about this coronavirus though is the social distancing in line. Because you know how you be in line and people be like right up on you and or something like that. But that whole like spacing thing, I am 100% here for it in every way.
That part is cool. People here don't really, I don't think they care anymore, because like I'll wear a mask still when I go to stores and stuff like that, but I don't think people here care anymore.
Where are you again?
Louisiana, they just out there live.
I can see that. All right, my next hair story. This is a good one. This is brought to you by the good people at the Shade Room. The room full of shade.
This one.
My favorite.
So, this was a great story.
It was fantastic.
I love it.
So somebody by the name of Janelle Anya. First of all, Kathy, do you do hair at all? Do you know how to do hair?
I can, but I don't, because I'm not like a people person like that.
So you know how to do the hair. You just don't like the people
Bro,
that the hair is attached to.
Kathy got mad skills and don't want to work with people, so she don't. Kathy makes those waist beads, like makes them. Like,
I knew you were gonna do that.
And she will not get this bread. I'm like, yo, you need to get out here and get this hustle on. She was like, I don't want to deal with people. I'm like, sell it on Twitter. If you sell it on Twitter,
online.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if you selling it on Twitter, people know who you are by your Twitter, so they're not expecting A1 customer service. Hey, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll take right care. They know they're gonna get big cat, and she's still like, I ain't doing it.
I said I'll look into it again, though. I said.
I mean, I understand the hairstylist thing because you can't get around that. You gotta.
I'm over it.
Yeah, that's a lot. But I mean, if you do just some products, sell that shit online. You just email them, give them, But this is a story for you then, Kathy, because apparently this girl was also not a people person. So this is somebody by the name of Janelle Anya. She posted this picture of some pretty ratty looking braids. I don't really know.
They are falling off.
They're falling off. Clearly, I'm not the braids guy. But she had the caption, "Why did I tell this girl I could braid? I'm scared. Oh my God, she already paid me. What do I do?" So first of all, did she really did the whole resume thing? You know how you always put a couple extra things on your resume that you don't really know how to do, but you don't expect them to call you out on it. She really did that. Said the whole girl, I got you. I'm a braid, blah, 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 blah. Started with the back and immediately, this is only 4 braids in, immediately realized I don't really know how to do this, but she already paid me. She already came through. She's already waiting on her fresh braids. Once she tells her, she's going to have to make a whole nother hit somebody else up, make a whole nother appointment. It's just going to be all bad. So what would y'all do in this situation? There is more, but what would y'all do?
She got to get beat up.
You're going to beat up the client?
Oh, as the stylist?
Oh, as the stylist. Yeah.
Oh. Look, at this point, I think she just got to go with it. She just got to keep going.
You got to see it through?
You got to see it through.
Only 4
ass braids.
She's childish for one. For one, she's childish.
Yeah.
Childish as hell for doing that.
I agree.
I know 8-year-olds that can braid better than that, for one. So she's childish for doing that. And the girl sitting there, you can feel when somebody's not doing your hair right.
Really?
That's one of the things. That's one of the things.
You can feel it in your spirit when somebody's not doing your hair right. So that first part going across, she should have known right then. No, I got to go. Give me my money back.
Well, it gets more interesting. Well, never mind. Hang on. How do I do this? Oh, this way. Okay, wrong button. She said the YouTube videos looked so easy. Which means she didn't even practice. She just watched it and she was like, I got this.
That's great. You don't even practice on a baby doll head, nothing. You just go right in like that.
No baby doll head. Someone said, first of all, shout out to Yanira for becoming a meme, but said, just tell her, damn, your hair grow fast as fuck.
Oh my gosh.
She probably up there like, you don't braid tight at all, hard eyes. That would be my thought. Would be like, oh, she's pretty good. I'm tender-headed.
Right. This feels okay. No.
This is my favorite. Get you some rubber bands and do the rubber band method. It's way easier. This is the rubber band method. I could just say the first person was just like, well, shit.
Man.
Imagine getting your hair done and you hear somebody pull up a tutorial. Hey, what's up, guys? It's your girl, Shawnice, and I'm about to teach you guys how to braid hair. And you're just
how to do box braids.
I just don't understand her thought process with that.
Man, listen.
Don't feel bad. Mine was worse. He wanted Travis Scott braids.
Oh, my God.
What?
Look at that.
But luckily, I think that this just might have been somebody who was just there, not somebody who made an appointment. So
yeah.
He said the last one is about to start an argument with her. Wish me luck.
That's my favorite right there. When all else fails, make it their fault.
Just fight. Just fuss. There you go. There you go.
Oh my God.
But what if she had somewhere to go? Like, what if she was purposely getting her hair done for like something? That's why she needs to fight. Something.
That's why I get my hair done if it's specifically for something. I don't just be doing it regularly.
Hey, I ain't gonna even hold you. I'm going to get my haircut tomorrow. My barber back in the shop. Everybody has to put their name down. He sent out a whole thing of a whole list of requirements. You got to fill out your name, phone number. So if anybody has it and it is later found out, then they can contact everybody. They're really taking all the precautions. But this motherfucker that went on prices too, Pat.
I would too. You protect potentially cutting a whole bunch of risky COVID motherfuckers, and also you just leaving your number will help you trace it after the fact, but it ain't gonna protect you.
Nah, you right.
Wait, so how much is like a typical haircut?
My haircuts for my barber used to be $20, $25. Then it went up to $30. Right. So now this is what a haircut is $30, a cut and a beard, which is what I'm gonna get, is $50 now. Damn. And I get my hair cut every week, and that's $50 before tip.
How much was it before?
I was giving him $40 with tip.
That's not.
So are you still gonna tip?
Huh?
Are you still gonna tip?
Yeah, I'm a tip.
Oh.
It makes sense to go up during a national pandemic, and people need haircuts now more than ever.
Man, listen.
So
I'm gonna tell you why I'm a tip, because the quality has always been there. My barber gets me in and out. I'm not there at the barbershop no longer than 15 minutes. Like that, I'm in and out. Like he's always on his job. He tells me, for some barbers that they'll just do what they want to do, and then you'll find out later that they just hit you with the spray paint on your head when you wash your hair and your lining is mismatched. He tell me before he do anything, he's like, hey bro, I'm thinking about doing this, boom, boom, boom. You know, if I got an idea, I'm like, yeah man, give me a part with a cue ball on the end of it. He'd be like, no. That's stupid. I'm not gonna let you do that to yourself. So I'll pay for that brute honesty and that quality any day instead of going to somebody just. That's why I ain't like. I know there were other people that could have cut it. I was like, I'm not rushing it, bro. I'll wait till my barber get back.
Chill out.
All right. Well, I got one more story before we get into these protests.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I'm gonna cover a lot of the lighter stuff of these protests because our timelines are dark enough. And then we actually got a conspiracy today. We haven't been conspiracy theories, but we do have a conspiracy today. But just in the meantime, I have one more non-related story. And here we go. So it looks like this is Uber, but have you guys seen this? Now there is a option for a walking buddy. And this is somebody who will walk up to your spot or whoever you are and is paid to walk with you. Now, I don't know if this is because that dude does not have a car and he still wants to be a part of Uber, or if this has something to do with like the COVID restrictions. But I guess these things have been popping up. This is like the third one I saw. This one costs $7.50, I guess, to walk X amount, which is weird because the pool is $33. So it must be a pretty far amount for you to be walking with somebody for only $8. It's a very drastic difference. But the caption that this dude said, I hope my walking buddy know we finna go fight these niggas who jump me, which is very funny. Because it's like, you can't just be walking with anybody. This is for sure some white people stuff. Because,
bro, first of all, if it is $56 for the X, that means it's a nice distance that y'all finna go to, right?
That's what I'm saying. You see the map underneath? I mean, over it?
Yeah, like that's not no short distance. So y'all gonna walk these 16 miles just to get jumped again? Oh no.
I mean, I don't even think it's about the getting jumped, because if you signed up to be a walking buddy, you running at the sign of a fight. Like, you ain't no loyalty there. You running. It's $7.50. You're not even breaking it. You got to break a 10 to get jumped? Nah, no.
Yeah, you got to break a 10. What if you get jumped and you ain't got paid yet?
It's all through the app.
They steal his phone though and break the phone. Oh, tragic.
As a nigga who's walked with the wrong nigga before, this is not smart. And it looks like they're in New York too. So I wouldn't do this.
That's
absolutely would not.
Yeah, that is New York. It says Upper East Side and Astoria, Jackson Heights. Yeesh.
It's $33. That's how I know it's some far shit.
So now I want to know, like, the thought process, but like, just
maybe it's for
down and they wanted to present this to Uber.
Maybe it's for somebody who, you know what? Because it is New York, it's probably somebody who catches the train. So instead of catching the car, they know it's faster to catch the train. So they need help with their bags. So if you finna go to the airport, right? And you're like, fuck it, I got some time to kill. I'm gonna do the walking buddy on Uber, help this person carry their bag, they carry on, or they check.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. That makes more sense.
All right.
Yeah, but traveling across the city with somebody's bags for $8 doesn't sound worth it in any.
It's definitely not worth it. Walking,
you gotta fight.
Maybe Uber or whatever app this is gonna pay them the other side of it, and that's just what the customer pays. I don't know, bro. That's crazy as hell.
All right, I'm gonna try to do this transition. Let's see if it works out for your boy. All right, so we're talking about walking buddies, right? Mm-hmm. Walking buddies. If you're a walking buddy, you can get your exercise in, your cardio, you get your blood pressure up. You know what I'm saying? This is all the things that you got to do to make sure that your bloodstream is going right, and you got you got a good little flow. You know what I mean? Some people don't have the best blood flow. You see where I'm getting at? You know what I mean? Sometimes you get into that intimate situation and you messing around with that person and the blood just ain't flowing like that. You know, I don't know if it's because you ate too much fatty foods, liquor, you didn't have enough walking buddy time, you didn't get your health intact, or whatever it could be, but sometimes you're in an intimate situation and the blood just ain't flowing. If you get what I'm saying. In cometh Blue Chew. Okay, now Blue Chew. What do you guys think?
I saw where it was going.
It was a little long-winded, but I think the dots.
Yeah.
Blue Chew is out here saving people's sex lives. Okay, now sometimes you're in the mood and your junk just ain't. You know, sometimes you wide awake and your person down there went to sleep at 10:30. It's happened to all of us, but now because of the people at Blue Chew, that is a thing of the past. This is the first chewable with the same FDA-approved active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. But it's a chewable, so it goes straight into that bloodstream faster. It works better. You can take them anytime, day or night, even on a full stomach. And since they're chewable, they work twice as fast as a pill. So you stay ready. All right. Not only that, if you're into your patriotism, it's made in the USA. It's prescribed online by licensed physicians, and you don't have to go to the door or wait in line. It's even cheaper than a pharmacy, and they prepare and ship it right to you in a discreet package. It doesn't have a box that just says dick pills on it. It's discreet. You don't have to worry about your nosy neighbors, no awkwardness, and you don't even need to leave the house, which is what we were talking about earlier. You shouldn't leave the house. So this is perfect. You can benefit from more confidence where it counts. And Blue Chew is the fast and easy way to enhance that performance. Now, I've been subscribed since we started working together. I am not ashamed. All right. Because even if you are in the mood, it gives you that extra Super Saiyan ability. So I am an avid Blue Chewer. Shout out to the people at Blue Chew. But also, we got a special deal for our listeners. If you go to bluechew.com and get your first shipment for free, one more time, you get your first shipment for free when you use our special promo code. That's DIYS. All you got to do is cover the $5 shipping, and you're going to be like this. All right? For the people who are just watching the audio, just know I'm doing a fist with my arm. You get what I'm saying? Baby arm. So again, that's bluechew.com. Use our special promo code DIYS. Just pay the $5 shipping. And again, that's BLUE-chew.com. Promo code DIYS. You get it for free. It's the better, cheaper, and faster choice, and you will not regret it. This is Patrick Cloud's word.
Facts.
You hear, miss? All right, what do you guys think? How'd you think of that?
That was good. That was good execution on it, bro.
I like the chewable aspect. That's cool.
You like the what?
The chewable aspect.
Oh yeah.
That's
I was
pretty cool.
talking about my specific performance, but okay.
Oh, you did great. Amazing.
All right. Let's get into these protests, okay? There's obviously been a lot of stuff going on. However, probably the craziest thing that I have seen about the protest was about the new Black Panthers. Now, this is a tweet thread that went really, really crazy on Twitter. You guys follow me. You guys know I just got out of Twitter jail. I'm very happy to be back on these Twitter streets. And this is one of the first things that I found. This came to you by Wolf the Red. Now, this is a white biker, Viking, as he describes himself, that is down with the BLM movement. He's been trying to figure out what protest groups to join. But unfortunately for us on the internet, you know, where a lot of people see something and run with it without doing the research, he started doing a lot of research before he joined the right BLM movement, and he found out some stuff that has a hell of a twist. And this is my favorite story on the internet thus far. So let's get into this little Twitter thread. Let me share this. You guys see what's going on? You guys see it? All right, cool. So he said this is the last time he's going to post about this capacity. We're going to talk about the modern Black Panthers, especially about these ones that showed up in Atlanta last weekend. So you see in the picture, there's a bunch of armed, very heavily armed Black people within this protest. They have machine guns. They have the berets. It's led by this really strong-looking Black woman that the internet has called the Queen. And they've just been popping up at BLM protests, strapped up. And this is just, please, guys, this is just me asking you guys to research everything, literally everything, before you go into it yourself. Because this story might blow some minds, all right? So, next on the thread says, first, I've pointed out a few times that there is a new Black Panther Party, okay? Now, this is something that goes back a little further. This is a designated hate group with a long history of nationalism and racist ideology. They formed in 1989, and have been a problem ever since. They are based in Atlanta, okay? So there's a link about that. This is something that was formed decades ago, and they are very, very pro-Black to the point where I guess they are anti-white, right? So this is why he started doing research, because he was like, I don't really know if I want to do that, right? So in addition to that, there's another group in Atlanta with similar ideologies and wording in their goal statements called the Revolutionary Black Panther Party of Atlanta. So this, I guess, is a less aggressive. So in layman's terms, there's two Black Panther parties that are somewhat similar. One tends to be known as a little bit more hateful than the other, but there's two going on in Atlanta. So what's weird about this particular story is that this group showed up last weekend carrying rifles, calling for Black folks to arm themselves, as is their right. Their leader is a mouthpiece for the day, meaning that's who spoke, is a Black lady referred to by the internet as Queen. So you see them, they're marching with the protesters. Obviously, these protesters around them probably saw them, heard the Black Panther connection, and was just like, oh, we safe. Boom, we rolling with these guys. They became a unit, right? No fault to the protesters. They just didn't do said research, right? So next up says, we spoke many times in videos and referred to themselves as the new Black Panthers. That's she said that. She said that they are the new Black Panthers. He said red flag, right? A local news outlet wrote an article and hinted at them being problematic. They have since retracted that. Wonder why they retracted it. Let's keep reading. So apparently they were able to get in touch with someone from the organization to get some clarification. They said they were instead the Black Panthers Revolutionaries Atlanta chapter. So they just named themselves something completely different, separating them from every other party of Black Panthers, right? Mm-hmm. Not the same name. So here's where it gets a little interesting. He says, I found it odd as fuck that this group of people with rifles coming out of nowhere has now claimed to not be not one, but two different organizations that sound almost exactly like the nationalist orgs that are hate groups. And then he goes into their patches. It's not really the same symbol. It's a little bit different, and it's not really an official organization emblem. So he's like, what is going on? This was driving him crazy. He kept researching, going in on his state, seeing if he should join them or if this is a hate group, right? So here it is, all right? There was a white guy marching with them, right? So he's like, how do I get down to this? Why not research the white dude, right? Now, I don't know if I can click on these links, but can you? Oh, you can. He went to them and noticed, hang on, the bio says actor, writer, director, stuntman, DP in ATL, book your reel below. He said, okay, who's this guy? This is the white guy. Operations, Miles Models, acting coach, NGM Modeling, CO, Three Kings ATL, writer, musician, host, philanthropy, I don't know what they're called, dancer, whatever, right? So he's like, actors? What does that mean? Turns out.
Hold on, you gotta click Queen. I want to see Queens.
Me too.
This isn't the same Queen, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw her. She's like an author. Okay.
Okay.
So he says, I finally had a breakthrough with some help and found the white dude's Instagram. I was able to track down a handful of them through him and came to a hilariously depressing conclusion. They are all actors in Atlanta. They own modeling agencies and produce films and star on TV shows. Now, that's not to say they can't be activists in their spare time, right? Because Michael B. Jordan showed up. Right. Who knows? John Boyega. But scrolling through their feeds, this was their first time doing it, ever. 0 prior demonstrations, no posts with guns, no calls to action. They were cosplaying activists. Cosplaying. That's when someone shows up to Comic-Con dressed up as Naruto or Goku, and they're like, today I'm Goku. So now, he's like, weird, right? Then there's a photo of Queenie with her arms interlocking with local police. Intentions aside, the optics are terrible for a movement like that. It undermines a lot of effort being put into these protests. No duh. That's not really Black Panther-esque. My wife had pointed out that they all look suspiciously attractive and makes more sense when you think they most likely had a team of makeup artists and costume designers. It was just disheartening. I spent the last week trying to find out where I need to be focusing my efforts. And I really thought I found a group that I could really help. He just couldn't get this out of his head and had to share it with people. And now he's trying to look for a pro BLM group in Atlanta area that's not a nationalist hate group and wouldn't mind a bearded Viking biker as an ally. So that's why I really liked how genuine it was, because he was just like, yo, I'm not these all lives matter people. I just need you guys to know that there is a lot of like sub agendas going on. You know what I mean? Whether it be for themselves or to shit on what you're actually trying to say. The fact that they plant undercover cops and make them start the looting, or plant bricks to start looting, or go on peaceful protests and start something that can cause violence. Like, there's a lot of like sub agendas going on in these protests that are really, really scary. And it's wild to think that, were they cosplaying to further their acting career? Were they hit up by the government and planted there? Like, these people were protesting with people that they thought were going to shoot for them. And if shit went down, they would have been like, yo, follow me on Instagram. I star on BET's, the Oval Office or whatever it is. It's,
oh my
it's
God.
Just wild.
Did you see the video, Pat, where the guy broke down that police car they had set on fire right there at Beverly and Fairfax?
No.
Bro, this dude broke it down literally second by second. He showed the people that were associated with it. He showed how they were communicating, but like doing it very like discreetly, walking past each other, kind of saying stuff, but like turning their heads so the words would be aimed at the person. He showed how these skaters broke the car windows, and the person that was trying to get it going off already had like these bottles full of like, whether it's lighter fluid or whatever it is, some flammable liquid. Yeah, they already had the stuff like ready to go in their bags, and they're squirting it all on the seats, and they're throwing extra bottles in. And then one guy like reaches inside and puts something that kind of like goes off once the flames started, kind of like shoots like, I don't know, fireworks or pyros in the air. And he also noticed that the cop car looked old, like it was an out of use cop car, which I could see them doing, placing those on the street just as a deterrent. When people see a cop
No, I was
car.
there. I was in front of that cop car. It was not a current LA cop car. It was for sure.
And he was basically breaking down like how these people are working in groups to like try to push their sub agendas or their hidden agendas, and how like the people who started this fire on this cop car, none of them were black, and everybody else had on masks. They had on masks that covered their mouth and nose and their forehead. All that was exposed is just their eyes on all the people that were like associated with it. Huh?
That's a ski mask at that point.
No, it wasn't even a ski mask. It wasn't a ski mask on her jeans. It was literally like a scarf around their face and then a scarf around their forehead. There were no identifying features exposed so they could be identified, right? And he broke it down frame by frame. I'm going to forward it to you. Somebody sent it to me, and I just was like, yo. It's the same with like people dropping these bricks off in front of these buildings, like to further some other agenda. And it's like, okay, are they trying to push for a bigger budget when it comes to rebuilding the city, or fixing it back up, or whatever it is? It's like, why were these bricks being dropped off in front of these businesses? Like, nobody's boarding their windows up with bricks. They're using wood. So why are these pallets of bricks being dropped in the city and in the valley?
Racist people know that George Floyd was murdered. You know what I mean? They're just grabbing at air at this point. That's why the all lives matter. Like, they know what we're trying to say. It's not like we talk to them like we can't get through to them. And it's just like, they're like, no, we get what you're trying to say. We're just trying to have it this way. Every racist knows that George Floyd was murdered. They try to rationalize it as much as they can. So if we retaliate by saying this is clearly going on, we have all this video proof, we are peacefully asking for this to be over, they can't just shoot tear gas, but they can if they're like looters or this person shot, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because before camera phones, you could see how much we were probably getting set up, you know? We saw the white people spraying BLM on Starbucks and black people being like, yo, what are you doing? You know, like you said, white people setting fires to cop cars. It just came out. They just arrested the dude who set fire to that Minneapolis police station. White dude, you know? So it's like, whether they're for the cause and just helping us in a different way that we didn't ask for, or if these people were planted. Either way, it gives the Republicans a reason to say thugs.
Right.
You know, these aren't peaceful. For some reason, when they're talking about it, they know the difference between looters and protesters because they're always talking about what looters are. But then when protesters are attacked, they're clearly like, it's weird. Like, no looters are attacked, like protesters are attacked, but they know the difference when they're talking shit about them. It's really, really, really weird. And I think it's just all to downplay what we're ultimately trying to do, which is reasonable, but they have to throw in all this extra shit in the soup to make it so that we look like the bad guys in some way. So I praise social media and how powerful it is, because so many people are losing their jobs, going to jail, getting charged, because it's literally like, yo, we have video about this. It's not just your voice, your word against ours anymore, which is good.
What bothers me is the fact that it's like, it could all be so simple. For one, it could all be so simple. Just don't kill us for no reason. Literally, don't kill us for no reason. But instead, we have to go through all of this, and then we have to go through, you know, people at the house in the kente scarves, and, you know, her barely being able to get up, and it's just like, okay, but like, why? Like, why do we have to stop killing you guys? Like, why do we have to be put through so much to just not be killed?
It's wild. It's weird that BLM is even opposed. Yes. How is this even opposed? Black Lives Matter. That's why Michael Shea's stand-up is going viral all over again. He did that back in 2016, I think. But his whole thing that's just like, yo, we're just saying matters. That's the bare minimum. It's not like we just matter. Just matters. Like what? It's like not even like it matters more than you. It's not even like we shit on you. It's just matters. And there are still people.
Don't necessarily just bother people. I will say that. And then even with the way people are rioting and just tearing stuff up, I feel like white people are more radical than we are. If I can't replace your stuff, I'm not going to touch it. I'm not going to mess your building up. I'm not doing any of that because I can't replace it for you. And I think a lot of black people have that mindset. We don't just tear stuff up. I saw another post that was like somebody wrote BLM on a grave. Black people don't play in graveyards.
No. We don't do that at all, baby.
Like, no, we don't do that. We don't play with cemeteries and graveyards and dead. We don't do that. But of course, you know, the media will push this narrative that, okay, well, these are all protesters. These are all BLM related or whatever. And then it's just like, it pisses me off because it takes away from the fact that we just don't want to be fucking killed. Mm-hmm. Literally. That's it.
Dumb niggas like Jake Paul who just are opportunists and they're just like, oh, there's unrest happening. Let me join in on this looting. And it's like, bro, you are a white millionaire, and you are. It's wild. I'm seeing stuff in the comments that are saying that COVID also put a lot of businesses under, and insurance wouldn't pay for that. So some of those things were potentially planted for you to destroy their business so that they can get riot insurance. So I feel like there's not one answer to this. You know what I mean? There's not one sub agenda. There's a whole bunch of them. And I feel like this Twitter story proves that, because it's just like, it seemed like they could have had a bigger agenda if they were planted there, or if it could have just been their own agenda to further their careers, you know, because even the people before the news broke who they were, people were saying like, you know, for Black Panther, they're pretty done up. Like they were pretty like.
I noticed the girls' makeup. I noticed that was one of the first things I noticed.
And I don't mean to be disrespectful, but them activists be rough. They don't care about no damn makeup
they came out to go to work. You ain't finna like, you know, you finna sweat. Potentially get sprayed with or maced or anything like that. You
got your hair done
with a face full of makeup,
and then your hair out. For one, your hair just being out. Like, no, do you know how hard that is to probably wash that out your hair? And then I noticed even with her makeup, because what she did with her eyes, that was like one of the first things I noticed when I saw the picture of her, and I was just like, oh, okay, all right,
interesting.
Yeah, it's so many people. I mean, it's so much stuff going on. I think that's why some people are like, you know, are using other methods of protesting, like online and sharing information like that. They would rather just stay at home. Speaking of stay at home, Adam and Eve says the best part of staying at home is playing at home. So take advantage of the downtime and choose almost any one item at 50% off. And when you do, you'll also get 10 free boredom-busting gifts. You're going to get 6 spicy movies, a 3-piece bonus kit, and the best for all, free shipping delivered discreetly right to your door. Listen, guys, if you got to be at home, you might as well play at home, have a great time, and make the best of any situation, man. And sometimes making the best of that situation happens with Adam and Eve. Just remember to use our code, DIYS, at the checkout. Man, Adam and Eve has thousands of products to make you glad you are staying at home. Sex toys make being at home so enjoyable. Hell, shopping from home is even more enjoyable when you're doing it for sex toys. So go to adamandeve.com and use our promo code DIYS and make yourself happy at home. Yourself and your partner. Why not? Share the wealth. Have fun while you're doing it.
Some people are quarantined together with these Adam and Eve things, just having a grand old time. They probably don't even know 3 months have passed. They're just like, really? Coming out with buff arms and buff forearms, and stuff like that. Just like having just a great old time.
I could have swore that's how I stayed in shape in college, because I was smashing. There's a lot of core. There's a lot of hunching going on. That's what they say in the South. They say hunching in the South. Yeah. Yes. And they say it in Florida. They say it like certain parts of Texas. Certain parts of Georgia. Yes, I've heard hunching.
I just say like I'm about to go smash or something like that.
You are very aggressive.
I love it, Catt.
You just got a Hennessy margarita.
That's really big.
Yes,
or like if I'm talking about it with somebody, we'll be like, "Oh, I smashed," or he's, no.
Wait, girls refer to it in the past tense as like, yeah, I smashed him.
Like if me and my friends are like talking about it or texting about it in a group, we'll be like, yeah, I smashed.
I don't know why. I don't know if this is sexist or not. I always thought like females would be like, yeah, he smashed.
No.
You smashed.
We're very strong women.
I like that.
Catt, have you ever felt like you fucked the dude, he didn't fuck you?
Have I ever felt like that?
Yeah.
Hennessy margarita.
You said what?
Catt is
the person. He popped in my head when you said it. Literally,
Catt has hit a nigga from the back before. And
I mean, look, whatever it takes.
Catt chokes during sex.
And his legs in the air, the back of his ankles keep hitting the ceiling fans. You just like take it.
I mean, he said it after the fact. He was like, "I just feel like you fucked me." I was like, "Well, somebody."
He admitted this.
Somebody had to do something. That was a wasted trip.
I feel like he tried to choke you, and you was like, "Oh my god, hey, I am the man."
Tomato sauce. You said that was a safe word.
Catt don't listen to safe words.
No, y'all don't like to be choked.
Catt just.
Yeah, like I got asthma, so you can't go too hard. You got like here's the thing. There's a technique to choking, right? You don't squeeze like the sides, or you don't put too much pressure right here on the windpipe. You want to go up and choke like right here, closer to the jawline, or like right here, closer to the clavicle.
Okay, time out, because it still sounds like you're choking. What Tahir was supposed to say is you're not supposed to choke at all. Tahir just said you're not supposed to choke right here. Just go up here and she won't hurt as much. No, people at home do not listen to that. The whole thing is no. You could break her. You could break little bones in her neck. Let's listen to me. And I've got this from medical professional. You're supposed to just use the webbing of your hand and press on the windpipe.
But you can break the windpipe. You're not supposed to put the pressure on the wind. That's why you
could break the little bones. All I'm saying is the only thing that females like about getting choked is the lack of air. It's not how it hurts. It's just the fact that they can't breathe while it's happening. All you have to do is use the webbing and just push on it. Just see how while I said it, you could tell how it was different. You just have to push on it. I'm not even pressing on the sides. All you have to do is push on it. And then when you push on it, you can't really breathe.
So you don't want anybody to choke you?
Sides. Don't squeeze the sides. What?
You don't want anybody to choke you and like slap your forehead? None of that?
I've never been choked during sex. What position does that happen in?
Catt be smashing dudes, and she have on the Kodak black ski mask.
That's how she show up with the robe on.
And with a grill in.
You ready, nigga?
Full grill in and ready to choke niggas out, bro.
Catt be like, pants off.
Black ones.
Put the
Black
pants.
Air Force
Put the
Ones.
pants on the bed. Put the pants on the bed.
Just like that. And then I take the money and go get myself something to eat.
Wait, why you say I take the money? Was there money involved before?
Because usually, if it's the other way around, they might try to steal from you. But,
got it. Okay. That's colorful. That is colorful.
next time choking the little forehead slap, you'll like it.
I just want to show you guys this because while we were just talking about clout chasing at protest, I just wanted to ask you guys how you felt about stuff like this. So some people have been trying to be deep and still do BLM stuff, but while also staying in times with the challenges and the TikTok challenges and stuff, but they be trying to make them like super deep. This is just one that sat with my spirit. You guys know the wipe me down challenge where you wipe and you look shitty, and then there's a wipe where you look real good and then you go back.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Derek Downey Jr.'s take on it. I don't know who.
Wipe it down, wipe it down, wipe it down, wipe,
I just want to play one more time.
Wipe it down.
Thoughts?
I could have done without seeing that in my life. I didn't need to see that.
He tried wiping the stain of police brutality. Hang on.
He didn't even read it without laughing.
He tried wiping the stain of police brutality off of his mirror, but he couldn't. I'm just one more time.
Wipe it down.
You need a haircut.
Don't do that. It's not about his appearance. It's about his creative choices. Okay, Catt?
Both were trash. Both. Both of them.
Let me tell you something, man. Ain't don't nothing cut you like an insult from a black woman. And
no, that's true.
When she off of you, everything is free game. So she didn't like the video. Now it's like, and his hair looks stupid.
Everything. I'm coming for everything.
I don't really have a lot to say about this. I just wish people wouldn't do that. I mean, oh God, I hate when people do corny stuff with BLM, and it's just I'll just end it with that.
It's too serious to play with. So I feel like when you do stuff like that, you're playing with it. Like that was horrible.
I feel like most of my all of my posts that I've done about the Black Lives Matter and the injustice that's going on, like I didn't try to make it comical. I didn't try to make it trendy.
Right.
I tried to like really speak from the heart. Like I feel like there's a time to highlight certain things, and there's a place just about for humor just about everywhere. But it's also like certain things, bro. Like just speak from the heart. Like it comes across much better. Like if he had just said, I thought about doing a wipe down challenge, but like when I look in the mirror, all I can think of is a family member who might be gunned down next, and I couldn't do it. Like that would have hit harder than that video.
Well, that's the thing. He wasn't even trying to be funny. He was trying to be deep. That was the worst part. I don't even think that was like a comical, like,
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. I was like funny or trendy. I think he was trying to be trendy. I think he was trying to hop on the trend of the wipe down challenge and try to get the message out there more. But it's just like, bro, like you could literally just say that, attach it to the wipe down challenge. Like I tried to do the wipe down challenge, but every time I look in the mirror, blase, 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 versus trying to do it. And like, you don't have to visually conceptualize everything. You sometimes can literally just say it and it comes across just as hard. So,
but you don't get that that hashtag. You don't get that because remember they're challenges. And I remember when there was police brutality around other challenges, like the mannequin challenge. There was like mannequin like police, and it's just like I see what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like they just wanted to make a statement, they do that. But when you jump on a challenge, it's like I see what you're doing. And it's just like when you jump on any challenge, it's like, all right, I'm going to do it this way to blow up, or for my challenge to blow up. So it's like when you attach that to something serious, it just seems, it's like, I see it too much. And it's like, that goes hand in hand with like the whole influencers at a protest, and for some reason they all have professional pictures there, and they all have like, you know, like full blown makeup, and it seems like a photo op, and their captions are, oh my god. I saw this one influencer who was talking about his caption like, I'm risking my life on the front lines for my people and stuff like that. And it's like, bro, like, no, you're not. You got out, walked around for a couple. It is literally the worst. It's the worst. But I do want to show a couple of dope.
I don't think
videos.
My first thought at a protest is to take a picture. My mind's not on.
It's not what you're supposed to be thinking about, you know?
Like, I'm not thinking about pictures for Instagram at all.
All right, so here's a couple of things from the protests that should make you smile, if anything. So we got Tahir's homegirl who jumped out of the car and pretended to work on the boarding up. Remember that? I think we talked about it last week. She got out of the car, pretended to board it up, take a picture, and then jumped back in, and somebody was like, yeah, right. She got fired. She was a journalist.
Good.
So shout out to the news station that did that. In Atlanta, I don't know how accurate this is. Apparently everything else that I said, I don't know how accurate this is because how ridiculous it looks was accurate. But apparently they done stole a tank in Atlanta. We are living in Grand Theft Auto, by the way. This is fully Grand Theft Auto. I don't really even have any commentary on that. I don't know how it happened. I don't know how it was resolved. I just know that it might have happened.
I think it just speaks to the ingenuity of black people, man. You can't tell us we can't do anything because we'll find a way to do it. Tanks are supposed to be impregnable. You're not supposed to be able to just steal a tank. That's supposed to be locked down, and they found a way to get inside the lot where these tanks were, find the keys or hotwire the tank and take it back to the trap, bruh.
Who was in charge?
At its finest, bruh.
Who was in charge of that tank? How do you steal a tank? I have so many questions. Did you throw
one thing inside? You can't stop it.
Well, right, but did they throw somebody out of it? Did they do the little shit on top, open it, and throw the person? I have no words. I have no questions. Do you have anything for that, Kathy? Anything for that?
I love it. Like I said, I think they're drinking Hennessy margaritas and they're having a good time. I love it. I love all of it.
All right. Well, next up, weird casualty of this protest: scooters. Remember those? Remember 2017? Scooters. The stuff that we're zipping around. This happened in Paris. They done set fire to all the scooters. They done made a bonfire of our scooter culture. There's a full motorcycle in there. I don't know what it did to deserve that. But the smell of burning limes, the smell of burning jumps, burning birds. Paris is going surprisingly hard. I mean, I know that the UK they just threw the statue in the river. They're going pretty hard for American police brutality, which is dope.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I never would have expected that from Paris. I had such a horrible experience in Paris the first time I went.
Really?
I wrote it off. I was like, I never need to go back. And it was because Parisians they're very inclined to their own people. And I mean that in the sense of like, they don't like anybody that's not a full blood Parisian. Like they don't like you. I felt it firsthand. Like they were ignoring me when I was asking questions for food. We got back to the hotel. They were very rude. One server who was our waiter would not give us anything. No water, no ketchup, no hot sauce, no tartar sauce, nothing. Kept walking past us. We were like, excuse me, ma'am. Pardon, ma'am. Like we did it like 4 or 5 different times, and we had to go to the manager, and she apologized for her and all of that type of stuff. And I'm just like, that's so crazy. So the fact that they are turning up that hard in Paris, it kind of shifts my view, but I still feel like I don't have to go back there ever again.
Well, I wonder if they're going so hard because it's like that. Like, what if other black people feel the same way that you feel over there? Maybe. So it's like they're probably just like, man, fuck America. This is a problem. Period.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I can see that. That would make more sense to me than them banning arms just for us. Because
Right.
like, I'm telling you, bro, like the way they treat black people over there and the way they treat people who aren't full-blood Parisians is just, it is disgusting, bro.
For some reason, on this earth, being a darker complexion just runs. I don't know why. You're a target everywhere, and it's not specific to America, because in Africa, there was a lot of times where the black on black crime was colorist. It was the dark-skinned people and the light-skinned people. So it's like, even within our culture, it's a thing. So it's really, really sad. And I fully believe that Parisians or, you know, any other foreign, because, you know, I've been to Dublin before and I felt the same type of energy from the older people in Dublin, whereas the young people love you. And you know what I mean? And there's probably some weird dynamic with that too. But I could see it being, you know, something where people in Paris, I could see it way more being people in Paris just aren't fond of black people, or should I say certain people, rather than like you were thinking, which was Europe versus America. Yeah. Because it seems like black people are just getting the short end of the stick everywhere. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Well, colorism, I've noticed, is coming up on Twitter a lot lately. And there are people, you know, who do have lighter skin complexions that are just like, okay, so no, we're not worried about that right now. Like, we're worried about what's going on with Black Lives Matter and everything. And so it's like, we're really not trying to hear about, you know, just the colors issues that we do have, like, between black people. And that bothers me, because I mean, I'm a dark-skinned black woman. So my thing is, if we're talking about problems, like, why not? I mean, it may not be a priority for some people, but it's still a problem.
Yeah, it's still a problem. Like, I randomly came across, I don't even know this guy's name for real, the Hodge twins or whatever, on Twitter, and they had a video talking about Black Lives Matter and the left wingers' whole agenda is a lie, and how, you know, black people aren't getting killed just because they're black, and police aren't killing people every day the way Black Lives Matter tries to push this agenda. And it was just a lot of rhetoric about none of this being true, and we are falsifying all this data. And I'm watching this, not like, I couldn't even get mad. I was just saddened and disappointed that these brothers were this misguided. And I've heard from multiple people who have like replied to my tweet that I put out there about them, that they weren't like that at first, and now they're married to, you know, women outside of their race, which I don't care who you marry, who you love, all that. But
are those the dancers, by the way?
I don't think they're dancers. They're supposedly comedians, but I didn't find anything they said funny. But a lot of people was like, yo, I used to think they were funny. I followed all of their pages, and then when they switched up and became communists, Republicans and Trump supporters, I had to unfollow them and all of this type of stuff. And I'm just like, man, y'all misguided, bro. Like, how do you, like, even if you're not directly affected by what's going on, because in your community, your neighborhood, that doesn't happen, you can't deny the past. You can't deny slavery. You can't deny Emmett Till. You can't deny that Martin Luther King was assassinated, that Malcolm X, and that's what they said. Well, who killed Malcolm X? A black man, and all of this type of rhetoric. And it's just like, how blind do you have? Even if you have tunnel vision, even if you only focus in this direction, you're going to see some of it, either from the news, a personal experience, or from growing up and going to school. You're going to hear about this. So for them to like really put that out there, like, all of this is just a hidden agenda, and we have alternative motives. It's just like, y'all lost, bro.
They're not even quiet about it. This hasn't even been since this protest. They've been hardcore Trump supporters, it looks like. It's funny, I was thinking of the Les twins. The Les twins, the dancers. I was like, nigga, they like
Beyonce's dancers? Beyonce's dancers? Oh, no.
I've never seen them before.
Me either. I don't think, and somebody had retweeted or added me or replied to my tweet and was like, they went to go see them live, and they basically made black people in the audience like the butt of some of their jokes, and kind of talked about them being Obama supporters and Black Lives Matter supporters.
Oh, they're Terry Crews.
Yeah, they're playing to a different crowd. They're not playing to us, they're panhandling for another crowd. And it's just like, that's what's really sad to me. Is like, bro, how you that misguided?
Do y'all think they really feel like that, or do y'all think it's just like a money thing?
I think they really feel. I think they feel the same way Stacey Dash feels. I think they feel the same way Ben Carson feels. I think they feel the same way Colin Powell feels up until lately. Like all of these, Ray Lewis, all of these panhandling ass, black people that are just trying to march to somebody else's drum. But my thing to them, and what I put on my tweet was like, the crazy thing, they're going so hard for this opposition. But at the end of the day, they're still looked at as niggas in a purist and a racist eyes. You're still a nigga.
That's the dumbest part.
You're going this hard, and you still a nigga to somebody.
You could be they could be speaking at an anti-BLM speech that's pro-Trump, have white people like, yeah, let the cops raid that place though. They gonna beat the Hodge twins up, and all the people who were just cheering them will be like, well, I mean, they black. I mean, like, don't hit me. Like, they're literally on a team that don't give a shit about them, which is
or they'll have the people in the audience saying those niggas talk good.
Yeah, those some well-spoken niggas.
Right. Oh, that nigga can read. Oh, okay. It'll be like that.
I feel like it's the same. It's the same like when you see like a group of black people that like adopted one white person, whether it be female or male, and that white person is just like the blackest person in the group because they're like trying, you know what I mean? Like acceptance. That's literally like the inverse. There are some black people that are like in a corporate world or surrounded by white people and just like they don't want to mess anything up, and then they start actually believing that stuff, and it's really sad to see. It's literally like what he said with Stacey Dash, Terry Crews, like they're just in this world where they actually believe that they're separate from the culture. It's really, really weird.
And Terry Crews, he just keeps talking. Like, you just keep saying stupid shit constantly. What the fuck is black supremacy? What is that? Like, did you really lay there and like type that out, and then you read it again, and then was like, oh yeah, let me tweet that because this is it. Like, this is gonna take off.
My thing is like, even with the Black Panthers, bro, like you can't be that much of a threat as a domestic terrorist group when the numbers aren't there. 13% of the U.S. population is what we make up. The Black Panther population probably isn't even 1% of the 13% that we make up. How can you be a domestic terrorist group? You don't have the numbers. That's number one. So, like, a black supremacist is like, what does that even mean? It's like when you call black people racist. Black people can be indifferent. Black people can be prejudiced. But to be racist is to be in a position to suppress other people. We're not in that position. We don't have the numbers. So what exactly are you trying to say? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Just stupid. He's just trying to please the masses, and I completely agree with you as far as like the Black Panther part. Like, I feel like people are like, how dare you take care of black people? How dare you feed black kids? How dare you teach black kids about black things? And it's just like, anything to advance us as people, they don't want to see that. Nobody wants to deal with that. It's like, how dare you? How dare you do that?
You know what's crazy is that I've been appreciating a lot of the people who have been putting their family on blast for being racist. I've seen text threads and stuff like that. And then there was that video of the young girl who was trying to, educate her mom and her dad in the video. And her mom was like, her dad was like, I've been to the ghetto. I see how they act and all of this. They just want to do drugs and tote guns and all of that. And the video went viral. And then evidently the girl's, all of her social media has been stripped. Like, it's no longer online. So I'm kind of worried about her. Like, is she okay? Did her parents like get super mad because she put them on blast and something happened to this young lady? It's sad that it shows you that it definitely starts in the house. Right. And some people are so unwilling to change that they fight even with their family about it. And that's crazy.
No, I mean, I think that's good, though, because that's how the cycle is broken. Because you got to think about it. That girl's grandparents were probably the same as her parents and taught her parents that. So it's good that, we're in a society that's not as locked off. If you lived in an all-white neighborhood in an all-white state, you probably didn't have any black friends and had no black connection, but like you can have a black friend in Florida over IG, you know what I mean? You could see what a whole bunch of people are doing over here. You see all these protests and social media and what's really going on. So it's dope to see the younger generation be like, yo, like I literally just saw George Floyd get murdered. Like you cannot tell me that this is okay. And the cool thing about that is that, you know, I mean, I hope that girl's okay, but I've seen like 3 to 4 other videos of kids talking to their parents or crying after they got in an argument with their parents, literally telling social media how fucked up their own family situation is and how it's wrong and how they can't wait to leave. So it's really dope to have, I mean, it sucks that that causes that tension between parent and kid, but like, that's how this ends. That's how racism ends, is to just like shut out those people who don't know what they're talking about and really just wait for them to die. That's really what we have to do. It's like all these old racist people is just like, all right, just wait for y'all to be done. And then all these mixed babies are going to change the world because you can't be racist if your dad is white and your mom is black. It's really hard to be racist.
Crazy. I know girls that are like white and they have kids with black guys and they're racist.
It's like, what? What?
Like very racist. Like go back to Africa racist. Like if you don't like it here, give you a stimulus check back.
But I mean, at the same time, slave owners were having sex with the slaves.
That's
you
true.
know, like the dude who was caught for, you know, calling who owned the Clippers and was talking about them as like N-words and we don't want those black people in here. He was telling that to his black girlfriend. So it's like there's a weird line between like we hate you guys, but we want to have sex with you guys. We want your skills. We want your culture. We want you how you dance. Like it's super weird. I don't get it.
That's the
Like
fetish.
infatuation or something.
Yeah, that's the
like
fetish and infatuation side of it, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's like what's the lady in the museum that they always have who had
Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was like one of the women that they kind of like paraded around because she had full features and she had a full, you know, ass for you know, lack of better words. And they kind of like paraded her around like she was like this circus freak because they were infatuated with it and they had the fetish for it. And it's like you said, man, they want the culture, they want the looks, they want the entertainment, but they don't want us. It's like you can't have that without us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you got to take us all. It's a relationship, bro. You take it all or nothing, bro. It's simple as that. You can't dip in and dip out whenever you want to. And like, oh yeah, I like this about you, I like that about, bro. We people, bro. There's a lot of stuff I don't like about other races, but I accept them for who they are. That might be their background, that might be their race, they were raised, their religion, beliefs, whatever. It is what it is. I can't fault them for, you know, that part of it, but it's like you fault us for our skin. Something we had no control over. You can change religions. You can change jobs. You can change your mentality with education and compassion. You can't change who you are race-wise. There's nothing you can do. Even with bleaching your skin, you still black at the end of the day.
I was about to say, they do all that and still got the nerve to go to tanning salons and get lip fillers and butt implants. Like, what? Y'all love us. Y'all love us.
They hate that they love us so much. Like
you a fan.
Exactly like us, and that's what it is. So it's like, just stop doing all this. Stop.
Racists are fans. Y'all fans.
It's so crazy that people hate black people so much and will disown family for talking to somebody black when religion is one of the strongest forms of suppression and getting people to fall in line, and you're okay with a Catholic dating a 7-day Adventist or a Protestant or whatever. You're okay with mixing religions that sometimes have completely different views, but a black person, absolutely not. That's crazy.
That's where you draw the line.
Because you can change religion. You can't change the race, and that's what's so like perplexing to me is that people are this ignorant. That ignorant to just humans. Because at the end of the day, we all breathe the same. We all require water and food. If we were all blind, you wouldn't even know it. But because you have your eyes and your sight and you can see that I'm visually different from you, that I have melanin in my skin, I am less than. And that is just not okay with me.
It's ridiculous. Super ridiculous.
The energy it takes to like hate somebody because of that though is crazy to me. Like I don't think I could just wake up every day and like just be mad at life because Black people exist on this earth.
You know how much energy Karens be giving? They be out there for like 5+ hours just ruining their own day just to make sure they fuck up somebody else's. It's just like, y'all don't have nothing to do?
Fucking miserable.
Bored. That's why we seem like more fun. All right, well, just to keep everybody in good spirits, I'm gonna just show a couple more videos and we're gonna get out of there. I'm gonna save the conspiracy. I know I said that we were gonna do a conspiracy. Save it for next week. That's
almost 2 hours in on this thing right now.
We 2 hours in. All right, well, let me just
almost 2 hours in. We had 103 minutes, so that's like an hour and 43 minutes.
Good damn.
I'm excited about the conspiracy.
I'm sorry, you got to come back then.
I will, if you guys will have me.
Are you guys seeing the Instagram feed?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, so just real quick, wanted to show a video of the racist Robin Hood who got out of his car and pointed a bow and arrow at protesters, lied about it, and then we got the side-by-side footage. It just makes me happy. Let's watch it.
How did you get hurt on your forehead? Because I yelled out my window, cops. Did somebody hit you with something? Yes, 2 Black African Americans.
Black
They
African
beat me through
Americans.
my open window, and I yelled out, "All lives matter."
Open window, huh?
Get this motherfucker, man!
That's what happens.
That's a lot.
Oh my God.
Get this motherfucker, man.
You ever seen a bunch of ants go on top of like a bee or something?
Yeah.
Oh, it's brutal. I love it. Here's another angle, just because I love it so much.
This is his car. This is his car.
Get this motherfucker or fuck him up is the last thing that you want to hear.
Bro, you had a bow and arrow thinking you was gonna do something. That was
to move the story on. Do you know they burned his car up too? They burned the car and I think they flipped it over.
Good.
They
Good.
burned the car up.
Oh God, I love videos like this. Here's another one to cheer you up. If you in a fuck 12 type of move. Now this doesn't show anything, so if you don't like fight videos, it does not show anything. It just shows the aftermath. Mink! Sleepy sleep. Sleepy sleep.
It's weak.
Woo!
Embarrassing.
Piggy, 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 go night night. Yeah. Let's just see it one more time. Just one. Give me this. Me. Nighty night.
He got out of there real quick.
Hey, listen, I saw a video where this dude, I think he pushed the cop and then he hopped the fence because like 2 cops were about to like give chase, but then they stopped because they like had so much gear they couldn't get over the fence. And he saw they stopped and he ran back and he like jump kicked this. He jump kicked the cop.
What?
Bro, is the videos I've been seeing. I'm like, man, listen. Here's my thing. I am indifferent to the rioting and the businesses and things like that because I've seen where cities with big hockey team followings have set downtowns on fire, buses on fire, cars on fire when a hockey team lost.
Right.
A hockey team. I seen footage of them looting and rioting in the city because their team lost. I seen
thugs though.
Of cities rioting and looting when their team won. At least this has a cause that initiated everything and a valid cause. So I don't want to hear. I'm not entertaining all the other talk about the rioting and looting, bro. You realize this is how change comes. This is how the civil rights movement came to pass, from people rioting, looting, sitting in, boycotting, all of that stuff, man. Sometimes you got to hit these folks where it hurt. And a lot of times it seems like the only thing they respect and the only thing they notice is money. So if the city is losing money, these businesses are losing money, these politicians are losing money, that's when they'll say, all right, maybe we should shut the fuck up and listen for a second because obviously they want our attention. Because we tried doing everything else. We tried peaceful protests. We tried making T-shirts. We tried hashtags. We tried alerting the news and the media and the press to what was going on, and it made no difference. It made no difference. So, okay, we don't want to be insane and keep trying the same thing and expecting different results. Let's try this.
Yeah.
Now maybe you'll listen.
And I feel like I've seen so many videos of black people getting beat up for no reason, and then nothing happens to the cops. If I see a video of somebody putting hands on a cop and getting away scot-free, I love it. I'll share it. Because, I mean, how many times – I remember when it was just somebody getting beat up on camera. Now they're getting full-blown murdered. So there's a special place in my heart for videos like this. And then the last one I want to play is just will put a smile on anybody's face. It says Trump is going to be hot when he sees the National Guard doing the electric slide in Atlanta. This is just fuck Trump to the highest degree. All of them were turning up. We got the National Guard doing all types of dancing. Trump is in his bunker pissed off.
Internal struggle, the internal conflict that they have to have with falling in line, obeying orders, and what you know is wrong and right in your heart. It's like this video right here is exactly what I'm talking about, Pat. Exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep. This is pretty much what I wanted to end the podcast on, is just like, this is the tough situation that some people are in. You see, King Kieran had a dope comment, top comment. I pray for this bro's mental health. He's still one of us. This is a National Guard, and it's just how he does it. He's almost like half looking down. He looks kind of like it's a really powerful video. But this is somebody in the National Guard who was participating in the "I'm Black and I'm Proud" speech.
He's saying it. I'm black and I'm proud.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, to be torn like that with doing what you're told to do and being faced with the reality of what you should do. Like, I'm sure, like, as a National Guard, you're doing that one weekend out of the month. You're not thinking that you're going to get called for this weekend for active duty to fight against your people.
Yeah.
To stand against your people for something that you obviously have the same beliefs and share the same protests with, and now you have to be on the opposition because of orders.
Yeah.
Because you signed this contract to devote yourself to a country that wasn't even necessarily built for you. I think it had to be an eternal struggle for that, bro.
But that's a good time to step up and check your coworkers, because we can't. You know what I mean? We try to check his coworkers. We get shot at, tear gassed, whatever. But it's like, I wish that I saw more cops run up on another cop. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? They push the old guy down, start bleeding out of his ears. The other ones are just like, well, that's just how it is. And it's just like, I don't see that enough.
Those guys were suspended. But when they came out of the precinct or the courtroom, the rest of the cops and people were clapping for them. And it's just like,
oh, we get what y'all doing now. It's not even in the shadows no more.
Nope.
They don't care. They're not hot no more. They don't have to. And then Trump, like the guy in the uniform, outside of his uniform, he's a black man, so that could easily be him on a day that he does not have his uniform on. That could easily be him. So it's like, how do you not go out there and feel some type of empathy for the reason why everybody's there?
Pray for us, because Trump actually just tweeted, the Buffalo protester, the old dude who was knocked down, says he could have been an Antifa promoting Antifa. 75-year-old Martin Gugino was pushed away after appearing to scan police communications in order to black out the equipment. I watched. He fell harder than was pushed. Was aiming scammer. Could be a setup. He blamed the old guy who was pushed. That's our president. So that's just, it's pretty much all out in the open right now. And it's very, very confusing. Confusing and frustrating and upsetting. For sure.
How are y'all handling it as black men? Like, mentally, how are y'all dealing with it?
There is definitely ups and downs to everything that's going on for me. A lot of times it's from conversations that we might have before we start the podcast, or conversations that we have before or after we do Zooming with the homies, or even Zooming with the homies for me is like, it's a chance to talk with other black men, other black people, and see how they're handling it. And it connects you on a spiritual level to know that there are other people hurting with you and that you're not alone during this whole process, because with the quarantine already being existing, it already made you feel alienated and isolated. And so when this kicked off, it's just like it only perpetuated that feeling. So to be able to talk to my brothers and go out to the protest, there's another protest going on this Friday at the Laugh Factory at 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go to that one as well. To be standing arm in arm with people who are fighting for a just cause and supporting your efforts just to live. That kind of refills that energy, the void for me that I've been feeling like I've been lacking lately.
Yeah, same with me. I feel like content, talking about it with people like y'all, or just my audience, or just, posting stuff where I'm just talking, leaning into that really helps. But the timeline it can take all the air out of your day. So it's definitely balancing, like, okay, I think it's irresponsible to just completely block this stuff out and just live in my own little bubble. But it's also really irresponsible to just like feel like I have to keep watching these videos. Another black dude killed by a knee to the neck during the protests of George Floyd. Like another hashtag. Like, it's just like I have to sort of shut that off and maybe like do something else completely. Watch something, play something, you know what I mean? Like whatever it is, just to make sure that I'm okay to go back to the timeline, just to keep refilling that. But it's tough, especially like when it's part of your job to like keep people informed and, about this kind of stuff. So, yeah.
Shout out to black women, man, for holding black men down, for being so strong, for being the salt of the earth, for being the mothers of the earth, for just being amazing. Light skin, dark skin, skinny, thick, fat. I hate calling people fat. I don't even want to say fat. I'll just say healthier, fuller. Shout out to y'all because y'all take slack from every way. It's bad to be a black man. Like, we get that against us, but to be a woman in society where women looked as not necessarily a second-class citizen, but not as strong as a man. To have that on top of being black and be faced with the injustices that you guys face and still support us and still stand strong and still go up every day and just be as amazing as you guys are. Shout out to y'all, man. We love and appreciate y'all. Thank you so much for just being dope. My queens, Catt, the natural queen.
My Nubian princess.
I'll take it right now.
I also did not know that salt of the earth was a positive term until just now. I had to look it up. I was like, you call them the salt of the earth? That's insulting.
No, it's not, man. It means they're good soil. Good things come from that, man. So I appreciate it.
All we have.
Also, I don't want to isolate our white brothers and sisters out there and other people of color, different races that have been standing with us, united, fighting a good fight, using your voices, using your resources to advocate for change, man. We appreciate you guys. It does not go unnoticed. We just thank y'all, man, for standing in solidarity with us and pushing forward. We definitely thank you so much for that.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
And I do want to shout y'all out, just black men in general. We love you guys. Coming from a black woman, I love y'all. I'm here, 10 toes. Y'all all we got. Like, I want y'all to stay safe, please. Because like I say, y'all all we got. We love y'all. Coming from me, I love y'all. And I just need y'all to stay here and stay safe with us. Help us through all of this. Help each other.
For sure.
Love that.
Thing.
Love that. Well, that's a very great spot to end this on a high note. This is an emotional roller coaster of an episode, but we did it. We did that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I want to thank our guest, Kathy Farrell, yet again. Appreciate you for coming and talking to us. I want to shout out the Scary Squad and all of the Patreons that are watching right now. Early.
Bob, what's in the building? What's going on? Shot glasses up. We in this.
Can't do this without you guys. But thanks again for watching, and we will see you guys next week. Once again, I've been your co-host Patrick Cloud,
and I'm Tahir Moore. Peace out, y'all. Be safe.
Later.